mega mystery kit. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff in here. Whoa! This is crazy. Ooh, calm down, everybody. That was a fish. Ooh, chickamacwa. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Well, this is it's a new situation for me right here, to say the least. I'm in a golf cart, obviously, but I'm not playing golf. Got my couple fishing rods right there. This is crazy. Yeah, so hello everybody, welcome to another video, and very special episode today. Obviously, I mean, if we're in a golf cart, we're doing some crazy stuff today. So yeah, there's this big golf course right by where I live in Southeast Alabama. I actually met somebody, my buddy named Justin, who's actually a subscriber of the channel, and he was like, hey dude, I know the guy who runs this golf course, and there's a couple ponds out there with some big bass. Why don't you go fishing? I said to myself, hey, I'd love to. So the guy up here, his name is Matt, super cool guy. He's actually letting me use a golf cart and just letting me kind of putt around. I'm actually going off-road right now. I hope I can do that. And he said, yeah, man, there's two big ponds out here. Go fish them, catch some fish, use a golf cart if you need to. He also said I could play some golf out here if I want to, so might be some golf and Lojo coming soon. Better keep my eyes on the road. This is probably illegal to be driving a golf cart while operating a camera. Oh God, I'm going off-road. I'm so excited. It is looking saucy out here, freaking saucy. It's been a long time since I drove an old golf cart. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so obviously we are about to go fishing, but not only am I excited about where I'm fishing today, brand new pond, never been here before, just got permission to fish here, was told there's some big bass out here. I'm also excited about the gear I'm going to be fishing with. In this box right here is the real hero, the real subject of today's little pond fishing excursion. There's a million different products you can order from Karl's Bait and Tackle. You guys should know that by now. I've mentioned it enough times. But I found something the other day that I have never seen before. I didn't even know it existed. You guys should know who the Googan Squad is by now, and they have released just a ton of different products. And one of the things they have released is called the Googan Squad Mondo Box. And I've done a video on that before. Now the Mondo Box was really cool. It had a few different products in it. I think it had like a spinnerbait, a square bill, you know, a deep diver, a jig, you know, just a bunch of their products all just kind of scattered throughout it. Well, on Karl's Bait and Tackle, they actually sell something called the Googan Squad Mega Mystery Kit. That's right. I literally did not know they existed until I was just poking around on the website the other day, and I found one. I said to myself, I have to get this box. I don't know what's going to be in it, but I have to get it. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm a little bummed out that it does not look like it did on the website. Okay, the box on the website, I'm going to show you guys right now. It looked really sick, and this is not what I was expecting. This is just a plain old Karl's Bait and Tackle box, but hey, let's hope the stuff that's in it makes up for the fact that it doesn't look like it did on the website. Oh! All right, we're about to bust this thing open. All right, see a couple jigs right off the bat. Got a Googan Squad thick flipping jig and the juicy casting jig. Those will most certainly come in handy today with this cold weather that we've got. Got a cool little Googan Squad sticker right there. I should just slap this right on the side of that golf cart right there. We got some hammer hooks, little 5/0, look like straight shank, like, you know, just straight up worm hooks. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff in here. We got some 20-pound Googan line, some fluorocarbon line. Did not know that was going to be in there. Was not expecting lime. Looks like we got a couple deep divers right here. Oh no, wait. We got a square bill and a deep diver, but these are the grandes. These are the big ones right here. Love those colors. We got the old blooper, the topwater popper. That's an interesting color. There's still more stuff. We got the hound, which is the topwater walking bait. We got the filthy frog, which will not be used today when it's 30 degrees, but that's a cool one. I love a black frog. And finally, the scout, which is the jerk bait. And I gotta be honest with you, that's a lot of stuff in this box. I was not expecting, honestly, like half this stuff to be in the box. Definitely wasn't expecting line, wasn't expecting two different types of crankbaits. Geez, I mean, I had no idea what to expect. But this has been a pleasant surprise. So I ask you, why not take the contents of that mega mystery Googan Squad box that you can find on Karl's Bait and Tackle? Why not just take it and see if we can do a little bit of fishing today in this new pond? This is a new pond, guys. Never Never put a lure in here, never even seen it, didn't even know it existed until like yesterday. But I have a good feeling about golf course ponds. They normally produce good sized bass. Maybe this mega mystery kit can help us land our new PB golf course bass. So I'm curious, which lure out of that would you start with in a golf course pond? I'm thinking the jig is probably gonna be good. It's been really cold lately. So the jig, oh my God, look at this squirrel. Guys, check that squirrel out right there. That's a huge squirrel. I think that's one of those fox squirrels. He just like freaking came out of nowhere, acting like he was gonna ambush me. Easy there, bro. Hey, I see you. Yeah, but anyways, jig is gonna be good. The jerk bait, definitely want to throw that in some cold water. The top water lures, maybe, not the frog, maybe the popper, maybe the walking bait. Square bill, once again, maybe. Deep diver and a golf course pond, probably not gonna mix very well. There's probably not too deep of water out here, but we just don't know. And with those hooks, I might throw on like a finesse worm or something like that too. So we got a lot of options here. Guys, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and hang around to the end of this video. You're definitely gonna wanna do that. Wink, wink. If you want a chance to win that box, you're gonna need to keep watching, and I'm gonna give it away to one of you guys. Anyways, guys, let's get to fishing. I'm sure these golfers driving by on their carts are probably really confused because they see a guy in a cart, you know, so they probably think that I'm golfing, and I've got like these gloves on, which probably looks like golfing gloves from a distance, but then they see these fishing poles. I know these guys are super confused. All right, so we got 2 jigs. I think the casting jig is probably the way to go. This is a big jig, it's a 1/2 ounce. That may be a little big, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pair that bad boy up with maybe a natural crack and crawl right there. What about the second one? Maybe a moving bait of some kind. Let's save the jerk bait in case things get really tough. Even these are like huge. These freaking, you know what? Screw it. Let's throw this big old square bill. Screw it. Fun fact about this Magnum Banger, is that the name of the square bill? I can never remember. This Magnum square bill here can actually dive from 3 to 7 feet deep. So I know earlier I said that there probably wasn't a lot of deep water in a golf course pond, and there's probably not, but in case there's any, you know, some moderately deep, like up to 8, 10 feet, at least with this thing I can kind of get it down there. So, you know, it's a little deep water presentation. Well, this thing is freaking big enough to catch a mondo. Look at this dang thing. It's as big as the reel. Lord. That's a pretty mondo presentation as well. This jig, 1/2 ounce jig, big old crack and crawl. So we got a couple mondo lures here. Now, one thing I do know about cold water fishing, because I've had this kind of luck in the past, caught some big fish when it was cold, but you may not get as many bites. So we're just gonna need a school of 12-pounders to come through, catch a couple of them, boom, we're done. Let's take a closer look, a little gander what we're dealing with here. Okay, so the water is super chocolate milk. Let's just throw the square bill in this little gully right here, just for the heck of it. We can get an idea of how deep the water is here at least. Okay, yeah, so I'm like digging into the bottom. It's probably like 3 feet right here. And I would suspect that big jig probably gonna bury down into it pretty good as well. A little rocky waterfall right there. Oh yeah, right there. Telling me there's not a fish hanging out next to that water flowing in? Ooh, I thought that was a fish. I got stuck on a rock. Ooh, calm down, everybody. Calm down now. Ooh, I got one. Guys, I got one. My first bite on the jig. Oh, yanked it out of his mouth. Oh, it was probably a small fish. Probably a little guy just hanging out. I most certainly had one though. Like 1,000,000,000% sure he was running off to the right with it. And I felt a good solid little bite. Oh no, and I'm stuck. Why does that always happen? You get a bite, you get stuck. Like they just one and the same. That's all right, I'm just gonna walk over here and get a better vantage point to hit this little waterfall doodly dad. And let's try to not get hit by a golf ball. Tell me I'm not gonna lose the jig like right off the bat. Broke off. That is just terrible. Oh, you want to throw a jig? Cool, here's a bite right off the bat, but now you're gonna lose it. Ah, it's just too shallow. Too shallow for the mag. You know, we might want to consider throwing some top water. I've seen quite a bit of swirling, and if these ponds are this shallow, then a top water lure, it's gonna be right in front of their face, you know? Thankfully, they had another jig in there. So went ahead and rigged that one up with a bandito bug this time. And we're gonna throw this popper in some of this shallow, nasty water. That's exactly how we're gonna play this. Look, something just swirled right there. I'm telling you guys, I've seen some topwater action. Oh, there's one. No freaking way. On the popper, tiny, tiny. Look at this. Guys, you're not even gonna believe this. Look at this joker. Look at this joker. Wow. That's an aquarium bass. This is right up there with one of the smallest bass I've ever caught. Get the old thumb in there, look at that boy. Okay, well, I could have been wrong about being too cold for topwater. Could have been very wrong about that. Well, I was not expecting a bass on my first cast with a topwater lure. That just goes to show how much I know about bass fishing. I mean, look at these swirls right here, guys. Like, I'm seeing swirls all up in the middle of this pond. Oh, there's another one. Ooh, he came off. That was literally just as small. Aggressive little bite though. I'm glad I tied the popper on. Oh God. Every time I hear a golf ball get hit, I just duck instinctively. Well, we're at a little bit of a lull right now. Now the guy said there was 2 ponds up front, and he said there was like at least 1 or 2 more that are kind of out. I don't even remember where he said they were, but he said that there were a couple more ponds. Whoa! I could look at this map right here. That would probably help. Lake, little lake. If I take a right, there's some more water that way. I'm probably just like driving right through somebody's golf game. Don't even know, don't even care. I don't see anybody. I see another giant squirrel. God, these things are huge. Oh, you little joker. Oh, so. Come on, calm down there. Calm down there, buddy. Not much of an upgrade, but an upgrade. So I took off the jig. I just realized, I mean, the jig, it was just too heavy. A 1/2 ounce jig in a small golf course pond, just not gonna work. So I switched it up, took that little hook that came in there, the 5/0 whatever hook, and I put a little bandito bug, just kind of Texas rig. And what I like to do with that thing, it's black and blue, dirty water, makes sense, right? I just swim it. I mean, you can drag it like you can any kind of Texas rig. I love just slow rolling it like this and just kind of popping it every now and again. Just freaking munched it. I'm sure glad he did, because I didn't think this pond had any fish in it. Ooh, just had another one. Oh, he took a leg off my bandito bug. Come on, come back and get it. Dang it, tore one of my legs off. Now it's not swimming as good. Look at that. Oh, rascal. He's probably chewing that one leg right now, and he's like, man, that doesn't taste right. Yep. You win this round, Mr. Bass. You win this round. All right, well, this is the next day, and my little golf course that I went to was pretty cool. Definitely a new cool little spot. We'll definitely go there again, but it didn't really land me the fish that I wanted to. We're not done with this Googan Mega Mystery Kit. Not quite yet. We gotta catch a better fish than a frickin' 1/4 pounder, you know what I'm saying? So we ditched the golf course, we came to some ponds that I know a little bit better. Maybe we can have some better luck today. I'll tell you one thing, I would really love to catch one on this Magnum square bill right here. Oh, that's a fish. Oh, that's a nice fish. Come on, buddy. Oh man, not a huge fish, but that's exactly what we'd be looking for. Oh yeah, solid fish on the Magnum square bill. He's got a face full of it too. God, getting him up here is going to be a chore. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Look at that. Got a mouth full of Magnum crankbait right there. We are already off to a great start. Thank gosh for sharp hooks. That's all I can tell you. All right, he's bleeding a little bit because of where he got hooked. He wasn't gut hooked, but he is bleeding a little bit. So let's not admire him too much. Let's just get him back in the water. Be free, my studly friend. Solid 2 pound, 2.5 pound fish. Real butterball-y. Seems like this time of year, that's just kind of how they are, you know? It's crazy. I feel like I don't get as many bites when it starts to get cold, but the bites just become more quality, you know? Heck yes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of sitting on a point right here on this big pond and just casting out. Just kind of retrieving it, letting it get to the bottom and start hitting the bottom and kind of banging off the bottom. And I just kind of lift my rod tip up a tad and then just slow roll it and just let it bounce off of every little thing on the bottom. That's a nice way to start day 2 of this little mega Googan mystery box day. Oh, another one followed it in. Oh, that was crazy. That joker was right there. And he ate it too. Look how this joker ate it. Almost the exact same way, almost the exact size of fish. He looks a little bit different. He's a little more pale. These jokers are eating this thing. Look at that. Freaking thing is gone. Oh, and he's not even hooked that well too. That was a lucky catch. He's skin hooked by one hook right there. Bottom hooks didn't even get him. Look at them red lips right there. Red lips, red throat. Definitely been eating crawfish. This one's a little longer, but a little bit thinner. But probably like 1.5 pounds. Little guy right there. Goodbye, my friend. Boy, we found the right spot, didn't we? A point, kind of a wind-blown point. All the wind is blowing from my right to my left into this little cove right here. And I'm sitting on a point. There's a little finger that goes that way. There's another big prominent point over there. It's a nice little bass highway right here. You know, somebody once told me, well, I've heard it a million times, but somebody really smart, I can't remember who it was, said, you know, when it gets cold, the tendency for most people is to slow down. And that, not to say that wouldn't work, because if we threw like a Ned rig or a drop shot, or if we started dragging that jig around, probably have good luck too. But don't ditch the crankbait. You know, the reaction bite in cold water with a crankbait can still be good. And man, we're proving that today, because it is cold out here and they are munching. Oh, chickamacwa. Thought I had another one. Oh my goodness, what am I hitting? I just got stopped twice in a row on that cast. What in the actual giant bass is happening here? This wind's getting a little crazy here. Not gonna lie to you, it's kind of putting me off a little bit from continuing this mission. It's really cold and it's windy. Ooh, that was a fish. No! What an idiot I am. I had a freaking 3-pounder on right there in front of me, and I'm over here complaining about the gosh darn weather. That was a really dark fish too, so you can tell he's just hanging out in this grass and stuff. Oh, what an idiot. You guys see that fish go flying? I yoinked him, but I didn't yoink him hard enough. That was probably the one freaking fish sitting over here, and I just messed that up. I thought I was like snagged on some grass, because the jig was literally right there in that grass. I thought I was just snagged. I don't know if you guys know this about me or not, but I'm actually legally required to lose 1 good fish per video. So now that I got my legal obligations out of the way, I'm switching back to the dang square bill. I mean, this weather, the wind's ripping way too much for me to continue to just bounce that jig, unless I had like some specific pieces of cover to target, like a tree or a brush pile or something. But this open water, I mean, I feel like there's more fish in this little finger, this little cove right here. And I just think that reaction bite with that color crankbait and the size of it too, I think is helping me. I don't know, let's just roll with this thing for a little bit longer. Fish? No way! No way! Not in this pond. Look at this tiny fish that tried to eat this magnum crankbait. And he's fighting too. See, now that's that's just ridiculous. You, good sir, I give you a big thumb up. You are a brave, brave little guy. Not what I was expecting in this pond. This pond is like crystal clear, grassy. I just threw it over here as like a goof. You got to be kidding me. These guys are freaking munching over here. That is crazy. Wow, he got all 3 hooks in his neck. That's unfortunate. We can get him out of this though. That just goes to show, if you're throwing the right lure sometimes, it just doesn't matter, you know? Like, I figure this clear water is not great for a, you know, a big thuddy crankbait, but look, I was wrong. That's 2 fish and 2 casts. Didn't even have my GoPro running because I was talking to my buddy. And I mean, geez, you've got to be joking me. All right, this wind is just ridiculous. Now, I have a pretty good mic on my GoPro, so you guys probably can't tell, but just looking around, you should be able to tell. This is pretty crazy here. All right, folks, I'm pretty much forced to call it here. This wind is just ridiculous. Now, the equipment that I use is pretty nice against the wind, so you may not really audibly be able to hear how bad the wind is, but trust me, it's bad. But hey, it was great using the old Mega Mystery Kit. Had a ton of fun. Where is it? This is what's left of it. We didn't use everything that was in there. There's still some stuff that's just in the box in there. So obviously, if you're still watching and you want to win that box, all you have to do, 2 quick and simple, easy steps. This is going to take you a grand total of 5 seconds, okay? You're going to make sure you're subscribed to my channel with the bell notification enabled. That's the important part, and you'll find out why in just a second. Then hit the thumbs up button. That just means you like the video. That's simple. You should be done already right now as me getting done saying this. Winner will be announced in my next video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the description below the video. You click show more, and it'll say, you know, Googan Mega Mystery Box giveaway winner. If you see your name, and hit me up. Also, I'm going to put maybe a comment in the comment section, and just kind of that way there's multiple ways to see who the winner was. But the bell notification is important because if you miss that next upload of mine, which is when I'm going to announce it, then you're not going to get notified, because I can't track people down, guys. There's hundreds of thousands of you. I cannot track people down on the internet. The best I can do is say who the winner was, and the winner get up with me. I have all social media at Lojo Fishing. I also have an email address, lojo.fishing@gmail.com. But just know, if you're claiming to be this person, I will find out, because I'm going to ask for verification, and we're going to go through a process. I don't just give this to whoever says, hey, I won the giveaway. I'm going to make you prove you are that person, so somebody's not getting screwed out of their rightful prize. One final big shout out to the video sponsor, and that is Karl's Bait and Tackle. You guys should know by now, there's so many cool things on shopkarls.com like that, like random things you can find that are just amazing for fishing, great products, fun stuff. I didn't even know it existed until I found it the other day. Then I hit him with that 2-day shipping, got it shipped down to Alabama real quick. And we went out the last 2 days and went fishing. Great time. Golf course ponds, I'll definitely be going back there. Cool little place. But I ended up here. We ended up catching our best fish on the banger, I think, which is the square bill. And it was the big one too, the big red square bill. And stuck a couple nice little maybe 2.5 pound fish. Great little day, had so much fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am getting out of here on to the next fishing or outdoor adventure. Fist bump, I'm out of here.